Well, well, well.
Your brain is the busiest place on the earth.
Thinking and dreaming and learning since birth.
Deciding and guiding the things that you do.
Night and day working, its job never through. Its job never through, it keeps working for you. There's no doubt about it, the older you grow,
The more and the more and the more things you'll know.
if you've got a question, no need for concern.
Your mind's got the marvelous power to learn.
Your mind keeps on growing because you can learn.
You can learn from a book like me. You can learn from TV. You can learn from a friend or your family.
If you just think about it, you'll know that it's true. The whole big wide world is a teacher for you. Your brain is the busiest place on the earth,
Thinking and dreaming and learning since birth.
with knowledge to guide all the steps that you take.
The better decisions you're able to make.
You'll choose much more wisely, make fewer mistakes. What clothing to wear when it's cold,
Or it's hot.
what you should eat.
And what you should not.
There's no doubt about it, the older you grow, the more and the more and the more your brain knows. The more and the more and the more your brain knows as you grow. Your brain grows more and more powerful the more you use it. Every time you ask a question and get an answer. Every time you use your imagination. Every time you go exploring, you're helping your mind to grow. And wow, do you know more now than you did when you were a baby? And you can do so much more to take care of yourself. And there's so much more to take care of. When you were a little baby, people had to do almost everything for you, like feed you your breakfast.
That tastes good. More, please?
But now that you're older, you've learned how to feed yourself. When you were a little baby, people had to comb your hair.
How do I look?
Now that you're older, you can take care of your own hair. When you were a baby, someone had to wash your face and hands.
Ooh, not so rough.
But now it's up to you to wash your own face and your own hands. When you were a baby, you had no teeth to brush. Now you've got a mouthful of teeth, which need to be brushed and flossed every day. When you were a baby, someone had to put on your diaper and dress you.
Oh, I feel so nice and warm.
They had to put on your little socks.
Ooh, that tickles.
Now, not only can you dress yourself, but you can also help somebody younger than you get dressed. When you were a baby and were very, very, very upset, you only had one way to express yourself. It was up to other people to try to guess what was wrong, because you weren't able to tell them your problems. But now, you are able to talk about how you feel. And an important way to help your mind grow is learning to express your feelings. We sure do have a lot of them, and throughout the day, they keep on changing. Sometimes I feel happy,
Sad, surprised, mad, frightened, annoyed,
calm,
overjoyed.
and different situations can cause different feelings. You know, it's not a good idea to hold your feelings in. Sometimes when I feel angry, I sit down on my bed and start thumping my pillow.
Hey, Slim, be a little gentle. I'm just a softie.
I know, Pillow, but when you're mad and really distressed,
These feelings, of course, must be expressed.
holding them in might give you instead an ache in your stomach or a pain in your head. Right?
That's true.
Yes, that's true.
You may want to spring into action.
Losing control is your reaction,
You may get all worked up and ready to scream.
and all you're really feeling is angry and mean.
And in another minute, you're going to explode.
And if the other person won't back down, boy, will you unload. Now's the time to wait.
Think it through.
Don't let your temper get the best of you.
Uh-uh.
If you're ready to fight, to prove you're right, something may be wrong.
Ranting and raving's no way of behaving. It doesn't make you strong.
You gotta stop.
Stop!
Before you blow your top, oh, it would be a law.
If you forget to let your temper know that you're the boss.
If you're ready to fight, to prove you're right, you won't get anywhere.
Screaming and yelling's no way to be telling someone they're not fair.
You gotta stop.
Stop!
Before you blow your top, oh, it would be a law.
If you forget to let your temper know that you're the boss.
This is Professor U.B. Smart speaking to you from my research center, where I have been conducting experiments to help me better understand feelings and emotions. And I have determined that strong feelings and emotions can affect the way our body works. For example, when I'm all excited or surprised, my heart begins to beat faster. And when I'm nervous or afraid, my stomach feels like it has butterflies inside. Oh, I have many other things to tell you, and they're written right here in my report. I'll read it to you as soon as I find my glasses. Oh, where are they? I just put them down. Oh, glasses! Where are you, glasses? They were right here. Where are those glasses? What? You see what I told you? Emotions, they affect the way your body feels. My muscles are all tense, and I want to scream. Professor, calm down. Think about this calmly. What were you doing when you last had your glasses? Well, I was reading my report, and then my eyes became tired, and I put down my report, and I put my glasses. Oh, here they are all the time. I feel a whole lot better.
If we have problems, they can cause strong feelings. If we have strong feelings, they can cause problems. Problems are difficult situations. They can be large or small. But if we calm down and think about them, we can usually solve them.
Troopers, here's General Health, commander of the International Health Brigade.
Troopers, when you have a problem, you may be able to solve it yourself. But you need a plan of action for finding the very best answer. And here's the plan. Step number 1. Think about the problem. Describe it to yourself so you know clearly what's bothering you.
Yes, sir. Describe the problem.
Step number 2. think about ways to solve or work that problem out.
Yes, sir. Think of ways to solve the problem.
Step number 3, choose the way that seems the very best to you.
Yes, sir. Choose the way that seems best.
Troopers, if that didn't work, try another way. And if you need help, talk it over with someone you trust.
Yes, sir.
Dismissed.
When I break something, I just go out and tell my parents. I'm not really scared because they'd say if you tell the truth, we won't punish you or anything.
If I could disagree with my sister, I'd just say, hey, we're not going to get anywhere with this, so let's just forget about it and start all over again. And we just usually do.
When I have an argument with my friend, I just try to talk it out with him.
Now that you should remember.
I disagree with my cousin because she thinks that she can take my stuff, and I don't like that. And we get mad at each other when I find out that she takes my stuff, and she won't give it back. So I just let her have it until she's ready to give it back.
When I lose something, I look for it, and if I don't find it, I just go into my bedroom and close the door. When I break something, I tell the truth to my parents. We have fights a lot, but see, one time I was fighting with her, and then we don't talk it out. We just walk away and then finally, when we're finished, the next day, then we make friends again.
When I get caught, I feel, I guess, sort of bad or something. And then we work it out, and we talk about it. And then, so then after all this, I feel a lot better.
That's what a good trooper does.
When I have an argument with a friend, I say I go home, and it works every time.
Your brain is the busiest place on the earth.
Thinking and dreaming and learning since birth.
Since you were a baby, you've used your mind.
To learn and discover, to seek and to find.
Your brain's
mind's
busy learning things
all
all
of
the
the time.
Sometimes you feel huffy. Sometimes you feel sad. Sometimes you are frightened. Sometimes you're mad.
But all of your feelings are natural, you know, and all through your lifetime they'll come and they'll go. We've all got our problems, of that there's no doubt, but if you take time to just figure things out, I'm sure in a while a solution you'll find, because you have got such a powerful mind. Your mind's busy learning things all of the time. With knowledge to guide all the steps that you take, much better choices you're able to make. There's no limit to it, the older you grow. The more and the more and the more your brain knows. The more and the more and the